In this part 2 video of making the 1-foot pop-up wings, we get right into installing the trim on the outer edge. For the side pieces, you'll want to cut at exactly 11 1/4 inch, and you'll want to use a combination of wood glue, 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws, and 1 1/4 inch brad nails. Once you have that completed, for the longer piece, you'll want it at exactly 24 inches long, and you'll want to make sure that all pieces are flush with the top of the board. Once you've completed assembling all 3 pieces, you'll then want to give it a nice thorough sanding, and you'll want to use the wood filler to fill in any of the holes from the brad nails. You'll also want to blend in the top section from where the trim meets the actual board, and you might have to do 2 applications of that. Once you finish sanding everything down, you'll then want to move on to the painting process. And whenever painting the carts, I do use a cabinet grade paint, and I do it in a satin finish, so it has a slight shine. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I like to use the 4-inch roller, and I typically do 3 to 4 coats, just depending on the color. And in this case, I did 4 coats in total. And as mentioned before, I always like to do a quick sanding in between the coats, and this is to remove any debris that might have flew in during the drying process. And once you've completed painting the pop-up wings, you are now ready to install them on the cart. So make sure to put all your questions in the comments, and like always, thank you for watching.